friends, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to share with you guys my favorites. Let's go ahead and get started. You guys know, if you watch my channel regularly, that I love essential oils and products for health and wellness, and I usually have lots of essential oil favorites. But this month was an interesting month. I don't have as many Young Living products as I normally do, so I'm just giving you guys that caveat, but there was a reason. I very unfortunately got a flu-like virus. I actually went to the doctor and was tested and technically didn't have the flu according to the test, but I'm kind of wondering if I had a different strain because I talked to friends in other states who had the flu and I had every single symptom. I was able to get well from the virus that I had pretty quickly, but it just left me really, really weak. So I'm not saying all that to point it back to essential oils, of course. I talk about essential oils as it relates to health and wellness. How do I say this? For the first time ever, I was really, really, really sensitive to any sort of smell. And most of the essential oils that I use all the time in a very regular, everyday way, it was really, really, really hard for me to smell anything. And that included the scent of essential oils. And I have to say that was really, really hard for me and not normal for me at all. I definitely used things like thieves and frankincense on my feet to support different body systems, but I took a little bit of a break from the scent of essential oils and diffusing essential oils this month. That to say, I have two products that have essential oils in them that I loved. The first one is a supplement, and you've heard me talk about this on the channel before. I know I don't usually have to say this caveat. You guys are all very smart. I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not a medical professional. I have done my own research and I figured out what works for me. I have consulted with my health practitioners, and so I recommend that you do that too. I'm just sharing this with you because it's something that's been helpful to me. So if you do the research on your own and find that this product helps you, I just thought I would let you know. That being said, one of my very favorite things in supplement form was Allerzyme. The name kind of says it all. It's very, very, very helpful for me when I need seasonal support. In Texas, all I can say is that Allerzyme is usually my best friend in January. Do with that what you will. And then I have just one little lone oil this month as a favorite. When I got back to feeling much, much, much better and was no longer ill and was using essential oils, the first thing that I went back to in terms of essential oil was lavender. This is an oil I normally use every single day. This one's really good for relaxation. For me, it's very soothing. I'll put this on before I go to bed at night, but I also put this on during the day. I use it as a perfume. They call it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils for a reason. So this was my lone wolf favorite essential oil this month, but it's a great one, isn't it, guys? Let me know in the comments below how you guys use lavender because it's one of my favorites, and I'm always looking for new ways to use this oil because it is so versatile. So those are the only Young Living products I had to share just because of what I was personally going through, but I am very much now back in the swing of using my Young Living products every day. I'm gonna go ahead and segue to something I wasn't gonna share till the end of the video, but since I went ahead and also told you about the experience I had, I have two products that I got at my local health food stores that are natural products. One of them is a homeopathic product, and for me, they were really, really helpful. So I just wanna let you know about them because other people I know and trust and listen to about health and wellness had shared them with me. And so again, of course, talk to your own health professionals, do your own research, and do what's right for you, but these were really, really helpful. So I thought I'd let you know about them. I was speaking to one of my friends who has a lot of knowledge about natural health remedies, and she and a couple of other people recommended a homeopathic remedy that would just help the symptoms that I had, that would just help me feel better. And I thought, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and try it out and see. And I really, really liked it. It's called oscillococcinum. I hate that I can't pronounce it. I can't stand it when people can't pronounce things, but it's a long word. So I'm gonna show it to you. That bad boy. It's got like just all natural herbs in it. It actually tastes really good. I'm gonna show you the inside so you can see what it is. It comes in packs of 3, and you basically take this thing and open it up, and it's a bunch of little white pellets It almost kind of tasted like candy to me. It didn't have a lot of taste to it, but it was a little bit sweet. Got the instructions here of how many you can take. It says here on the box, it's non-drowsy, no drug interactions, safe for ages 2 and up, works naturally with your body. I was really, really impressed. And I had heard from a lot of people that it was very helpful. So we got a big old container of it. It's definitely something that I think is worth researching and checking out. And then the other thing that was really, really helpful to me is something that I've heard a lot of other people talk about. I had read that elderberry syrup was really supportive to your immune system. And a lot of people will make their own elderberry syrup, which of course I think would be a wonderful way to do it. But if you're like me and you needed to get some at the store as opposed to making your own, I picked up some Gaia Herbs, which I think is a really reputable brand, and it was the Rapid Relief Black Elderberry Nighttime Syrup. And I'm suggesting this one specifically because this one really, really, really was helpful with my sleep. It's got black elderberry fruit juice in it, acerola fruit dried extract, which acerola is actually, I think, in Ningxia Red. It's a fruit dried extract. There were some natural herbs in this that helped me sleep. I noticed that when I took this, I slept really, really, really well. And so I wanted to recommend just an over-the-counter elderberry syrup, and I liked this one because it was helpful for sleep. But you can also get this one without that addition of the herbs to help you sleep, and you can just get regular elderberry syrup. So like this brand a lot, and it was really, really helpful. So even though that was not one of my favorite things this month, getting icky virus, I'm very grateful to be on the mend and feeling back to my normal self. It was really awesome to have some stuff like this to help. I'm gonna go ahead and share a book with you guys. I actually have technically 2 books to share, but this is a series and I think you would really, really love it. But I read the first book of this new to me series. It's a mystery, but it's not really scary per se. There's lots of books in this series. And for me, just with the subject matter and where these books took place, they were the perfect books for me to find in winter. I think these are books that you would read snuggled under a blanket with some hot tea or hot cocoa, snuggled up by the fire. It's just the perfect read for winter. These are the Inspector Gamache Mystery Series books by the author Louise Penny. And the first one in the series is called Still Life. And this is an old copy that I obtained. It's a really cute little cover here. This is a fantastic series. And what I had heard from a lot of fellow readers and book nerds and writers was that the first part of this one was a little bit slow. And I'm glad people told me that, because I'm someone, if I start reading a book and it doesn't hold my attention really strongly, then I'll abandon it, because I feel like life is too short to suffer through a book that you don't have to read. And so for me, with my fiction, if I don't love it, I'll just move on to something else. When I first started reading this book, I loved the setting of the book, but it did seem to move a little slow. But because everyone had told me that, I stuck with it, and I'm so glad I did. It really started to pick up. It was a fantastic book, and I'm now in the second book of the series, which is technically considered a favorite this month as well, and I'll put a picture up on the screen of that because I'm actually reading it on my Kindle. The second book is amazing. Everyone was right that spoke to me about it, that you'll love the series, but it just takes a minute to get into the first book, and then once you get into it, you're hooked. As they take place in Montreal, in a little imaginary town outside of Montreal that the author has created called Three Pines. But I understand from reading and just hearing interviews with the author that she lives in a small town that she kind of based this on. It's just one of those books that paint such a beautiful picture. Like, even though there are murder mysteries and a murder is happening in the town, you read these books and you want to go to that town. It's kind of like Gilmore Girls. If you love Gilmore Girls and you want to go to Stars Hollow, the town that she created in the show, that's how these are. Reading these makes you want to go to Montreal in the winter and enjoy the little village of Three Pines. The other cool thing about these mysteries is, yes, they are mysteries and they're very interesting, and I don't think they're slow mysteries. Like, I don't think there's something you read and go, oh, I know who did it right away. The author specifically has even been quoted as saying that she really likes to delve into the life of the people in the village, and the murder is just kind of a backdrop to where she can talk about people and personalities and character and all of that. So if you like a book that feels deeper than just a typical mystery because you're really getting to know the ins and outs of the people in the story, then I think you'll like these. And the characters really stay with you. And so I'm in the second book, which I'm loving. So I'm going to add that down in the description box as a favorite. I do think you need to read these in order. And everyone says don't skip the order of these because you learn about different people in the village and you really get to know these different characters. So I think I'm enjoying the second book more because I read this first one and learned a lot about the people in the village. So So for all those reasons, I absolutely love these reads. The main character that they're speaking of in the book is the gentleman who helps solve the murders named Inspector Ganache. I love that name, by the way. It kind of sounds like Hercule Poirot. I'm really, really loving them. And I've heard they just get better and better with every book. So I'm really looking forward to finishing the second book. I'll let you know in the comments if I've already finished what I thought of it. I have links to the first and second book in the series in the description box, because I think you'll really love them. Okay, I have so many other favorites and I've gone on and on about my books, so I need to be more timely here. So I've got a couple of stationery paper products. My first one is a prayer journal. This is a Val Marie paper yearly prayer journal. But unfortunately, this particular journal is sold out. And you guys know that I really, really try to share things in my favorites videos that you can purchase. But I wanted to share this one because it's just been a really, really helpful resource for me. I want to say that I pre-ordered this in like August or September of last year, and then it came to me at the end of November, first part of December in 2017. But I'm telling you about it because she very intentionally only makes so many of them so that they don't have a lot of backlogged stock. And so a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm bummed I didn't get a yearly, you find out about it now and sign up for their emails, and then they'll just send you an alert when you can purchase this product. You could definitely check out the company and get on the list for the future. But just so you can see the inside, each month has different pages of areas in your life that you would pray for. So I'm just kind of flipping through. This is October because I'm clearly not there yet. You can see here. You can pray for your friends, the world and nation, your community, your family, people that you're praying for their salvation, personal goals, adoration, answered prayers, scriptures, quotes. I mean, it's amazing. And then there's little sections in the back where you can take sermon notes or just write out prayers or gratitude. I love it. And even though you can't get this particular one, if you want a good prayer journal, this is a great company to go with. They have a lot of these really beautiful, smaller paperback ones. This is basically a 6-month version of this. It's got a lot of the same pages in it, and it's broken down by month. They might have a 12-month in this, but if not, they definitely have a 6-month. But there's a whole bunch of really beautiful prayer journal products at the Val Marie Paper store. So I'm gonna link that below, and I'm gonna link a journal like this below, so that if you're really interested in doing something like this, since you can't get this type of yearly, you could still get one of her other journals. Really, really love this company. I'm surprised I haven't talked about it more on my channel, but I've really been getting into using these yearly prayer journals. It's just a great way to have it all in one place and to have a record of your prayer life for 6 months up to a year. So love these, wanted to make sure you guys knew about them. So guys, those are my favorites. I didn't share as many things in different categories as I normally do, but like I said, I was really doing my best to get back to wellness. You know, that's just what happens sometimes. So I hope you enjoyed these favorites. I'll have the links to everything I talked about down below. I would love to know what some of your favorites are. And thanks so much for watching, guys. It really means a lot. So I'd love it if you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll be back at you soon with another video. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.